Terrific athletes, some exciting girls from BFA St. Albans. The POWDERPUFF football competition, which took place on a cold, very wet, miserable night in October, but they were doing it for the kids at Camp TaKumta. Girls, thanks for coming in this morning.
Thanks for having us.
All right, who all do I have in here? Step up to the microphone, introduce yourselves.
I'm Sadie Kool.
I'm Morgan Delore.
And I'm Haley Savage.
I know those names because you guys were all playing that night, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, first of all, let's get it out of the way. Who won this year?
We did.
BFA did, because Missisquoi Valley won the year before.
Yes.
So you girls had to step up your game. All right. And you raised some money for the kids at Camp TaKumta. Why don't you explain how you got involved with this whole thing?
Well, I used to go to camp, and so the opportunity to do POWDERPUFF came to me, and it's only for seniors, so I was able to do it for my senior year, and I managed the team this year. So
awesome. And how many girls do you get out on the BFA team? Because it seemed like there must have been 100 of you out there.
yeah, there's like 100 kids participating in the event through, I think, both schools, through MVU and BFA. And it's just a great way for everyone in the community to get together and just participate in an event that's bigger than us. And
it is a massive event. When we started telling people at camp just how big an event this was, I don't think they believed us until they started coming and seeing just how many people turn out for this. Standing room only in the stands. You got the Booster Club with the popcorn and the soda and all that. They're raising money on their own for Camp TaKumta. Yeah. And then there's you guys doing the game. It's a huge event for Camp TaKumta. And what did you guys do to raise the money that went into this? Was it just ticket sales? What was it?
We raised money through donations that we started raising at the beginning of beginning of summer all the way through September.
Mm-hmm.
We did 50-50 raffles. We had T-shirt sales, the snack bar sales, and a bunch of other things.
Wow, that's a lot of stuff going on. And you guys are like arch rivals, really, right? All right, and the arch rivals are in the studio with me right now. We're talking about Missisquoi Valley Union High School. The girls from their POWDERPUFF football teams are in the studio with us right now. Who do I have here? What's your names?
I'm Ellie Bordeaux.
Ellie?
I'm Megan Benway.
I'm Sydney Benjamin.
Awesome. The three of you girls all played in the game this October, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it was an amazing game. It was a miserable night, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was tough.
Yeah, but you guys play real football out on that field. It's a lot of fun to watch.
It's fun to play.
All right, so tell me about how you guys fundraise for this event.
So I know a big thing that I use social media a lot. I posted on Facebook, and it was so easy to fundraise because it's Camp TaKumta. It's just such a good place, and Facebook just helped a lot. And going around school, going around town, and everyone wanted to give. They wanted to fundraise and help kids at Camp TaKumta.
I am impressed by the sportsmanship of both teams. The MVU kids you guys are basically playing an away football game on this field, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and you do it every year, and you guys come back and you play great football, and you're doing it for a great cause. What are your plans for the future? Because you're all seniors too, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking about majoring in nursing because I love to help people, so I feel like that can help me pursue my needs in the future.
See, we need to get you on staff at Camp TaKumta. That'd be great. How about you?
I want to become a behavioral interventionist.
A behavioral but we could use you around here. That would be perfect. How about you?
I'm going to be going to culinary school in Montpelier.
Awesome. Is that Necky? Is that, yeah? Cool. That's where Alton Brown went, by the way. I don't know if you know that from Good Eats. Yeah, on the Food Network. That's where he went to school. Awesome. Well, girls, I can't thank you enough for not only raising so much money for the kids of Camp TaKumta, but also for just putting on an event that shows the world how great high school kids can be. And it wasn't just you guys out on the field, but the support, the people in the stands, the boys who came out and worked on the sidelines, coaching you along. It's just a great event, and it makes us feel good every year that we are there watching it, because what we're seeing is the best of America, and you guys are all part of it. Thank you so much. Dan Marlowe is the head of sports junk over it. Come on over to the microphone, Dan. See if you can squeeze in here. And people have known this guy. He's been around for a couple of years doing sports around the North Country. Dan, step up to the microphone. Tell us a little bit about
everybody.
Yeah, tell us about your part in all of this.
Well, my part was just listening 11 years ago when Allie Burno, who was a senior, came into my office and wanted to do something for a community person who was just diagnosed with cancer. And he was a former coach of hers in elementary school. His name was Ross Toof. And Ross didn't want to take the money, being Ross, and wanted to give it to other people who needed it more. And because he said he was going to beat the odds. And was given 1 year to live and just passed away last summer. So it was almost 11 years. And he attributed it to being around all these guys, which is pretty easy to understand if you're lucky enough, like I am, and Jen, parent who's here with me, lucky enough to experience that. They know, everybody knows exactly what he was talking about. And so we put something together the first year, like in 2 weeks. And the first year we raised $6,000, which was great under the circumstances, due in part a lot of effort from Allie, who now is working in Dallas, Texas. And I'm going to actually send her the pictures and the information here today because it was because of her idea, single idea.
Awesome.
That this has grown 11 years.
Yeah.
And the last 4 or 5 years, we've raised significant amount of money. I mean, we're up over like $200,000 in the 10 or 11 year period, which is tremendous. And it's because of their efforts. Jen Parent, who works with organizing the whole thing for the girls the last few years, stays in the background, but without her help, we wouldn't be standing here today. And, we're playing a game for something that's 10 times more important than the game. And so these girls get a chance to experience that. And I told them coming down that this would be probably the best Christmas present that they could experience. And that's why we're here.
They're an amazing group of girls, not just the ones here, but all the ones back at BFA this morning, all the kids at MVU, the work that they put in, the hard play that they do out on the field. I mean, they're playing real football, folks. If you really want to see something cool, watch these girls play flag football on a rainy, cold night in October with the stands packed. It's an amazing event, and the girls need to be proud of what they've done. And you too, everybody in the administrations and the sports departments of the two schools. You forgot to tell us how much you guys all together all raised.
The donation that we have here for Camp TaKumTA, and it's $11,238.90.
Awesome. Awesome. Good job, girls.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow. Thank you all so much for coming in this morning. It means so much to these kids. And, we're looking forward to the next football game. And you guys, of course, you're all seniors, so yeah, you're all off to do what now? Have you thought about it yet? Not really? No. Professional flag football, maybe. All right. Thanks for coming in this morning.
Thanks for having us.
It is cool to send a kid to Camp TaKumTA for Christmas, Mark. I think these folks deserve a cheer, don't you?
Yeah, we're out here in the lobby, John, and you know what they did? They sent a whole bunch of kids to Camp TaKumTA, didn't they? Yeah! And there's something we do for folks who do a good job for Camp TaKumTA. That is...
good job! Good!